up, you guys? So today I wanted to talk about a really interesting topic, and that is dating a non-Jew when you're Jewish and you come from an Orthodox or ultra-Orthodox or Hasidic background. So for me, that's like an interesting topic because I never chose to be attracted to non-Jewish men. I never chose I never started dating non-Jewish men on principle. I wasn't like, oh, I hate Jewish men, I want to date non-Jews. It wasn't like that. It was more just a natural thing. My body, I was always attracted to non-Jews. With guys that were Jewish, I always felt like too close to them, almost like the kind of relationship I have with my brother or my cousin or like anyone that I feel like it's just too similar to me, you know what I mean? And I've thought about it a lot, like why am I only always attracted to non-Jewish guys? Why am I never attracted to Jewish guys? And there were many times when I wanted to be attracted to someone who was Jewish, either because I respected them, I shared the same values, our families got along, or, different reasons why I really got along with a Jewish guy. And I was like, I'm best friends with this guy. I want to be attracted to him, but I just wasn't attracted to him. I just didn't want to be romantic with him, even though I got along with him as a friend. So I always wondered why that is. Why am I not being attracted to Jewish guys? And I've always had different theories. Sometimes I wonder maybe it's just a biological thing. Maybe my body is just trying to create some kind of genetic diversity. You know what I mean? Because Jews tend to be very intermingled. Maybe there isn't enough genetic diversity in my body, and I'm just one of those people that my body is trying to get people outside of the culture. Another idea I had was, in the Jewish community, especially if you are raised Orthodox or ultra-Orthodox or anything like that, if you're raised very sheltered, there's the idea that you can't, you feel like you can't have your own freedom and your own privacy with another Jewish person. You feel a little boxed in, if they're from the same community as you, you're going to have to abide by all the same laws more closely. You don't have the same feeling of freedom as you do with someone that's outside of it and doesn't know or care about any of the rules. You feel like, you can more easily get away from them if they turn out to be someone you don't like. You can more easily report them to the authorities if they do something to hurt you or you don't feel like you trust them or whatever. It's easier to run away from if they're not from the same community as you. So that's another thing that I was thinking maybe is the case. But for whatever reason it is, I just never, I never felt like I was attracted to Jewish guys as easily as I was attracted to non-Jewish guys. So this is an important topic for anyone who's in the same boat as me and has a partner that is not Jewish. And, sometimes you don't choose who you love. Sometimes love chooses you. So this video is for you.
esa canción es una canción de nosotros la ensamblamos.
So here are some of the obstacles you might have when you're dating a non-Jewish partner and your family and friends are Jewish and your community are Jewish. So some of the obstacles you might have, obviously your partner is going to have a harder time, you're going to have a harder time being accepted in the community. For me, that's fine. I don't care because I'm just like so free and out there, and you know, like I there are plenty of places where I'm accepted. I'm not looking for more places to be accepted in. Like, in fact, I'm trying to simplify all the different communities and groups and stuff that I'm part of. I'm trying to simplify and downsize. So it's not a problem for me. I'm not looking for a place to be accepted in. But the fact is, if you want to go to shul, or you want to go to Shabbat dinner, or you want to go to a family event, an event that your Orthodox Jewish family is at, you're going to have a harder time going if you want to go with your partner because your partner isn't Jewish. So that's one thing. You know, you might have a harder time. Like my siblings have kids. What if my siblings, what if I want to have, in the future, what if I want to have kids and I want my kids to have play dates with their cousins? That might be tricky because my siblings might not want their kids to have play dates with non-Jewish kids because they're going to want their kids to be around more like-minded children, because that's a very important thing when you're raising your kid, to have your kids, especially if you're raising your kids within a certain ideology, you want your kids to be around other kids with similar that were raised with similar values. So that's a really important thing to think about when you are with a partner from a different faith. And it's not just Jewish, non-Jew. It's anybody from any walk of life, any religion. You're going to have a harder time. You're going to have to answer these questions with a partner that is from a different faith. So for me, a partner that isn't Jewish, and the thing with Judaism is that it's not, as you might have heard, it's not always about values only. It's not only about values, it's also about ethnicity. Like, even if my partner is so eager, and this is what I've experienced, I'll be with a partner that is so eager to go to Shabbat services, go to Shabbat meal, do the practices, be part of a Jewish community, and because they're not Jewish, even though I don't care at all, I don't care about any of it, I don't want to do any, I want to get away from the practice. I want nothing to do with any of it. The only reason I want to go is because my partner wants to go, but we can't go because he's not Jewish. He can't go, I can go, and a part of me wishes that I can give my ethnicity to him so that he can go and I don't have to deal with it. You know what I mean? But so it's not, for Judaism, it's a little different than other religions, because Judaism is not just a religion and faith, it's also ethnicity. So the trust, the feeling of trust, and the membership is not only in the faith, it's also in your biology. And yeah, you can convert into the religion, but converting is going to take a lot of dedication. They want to make sure that they're going to turn you away a bunch of times. They want to make sure that you're so dedicated to the religion and the ethnicity that no matter what they do and no matter how many times they push you away, you're still going to keep coming back. So they're not going to try to proselytize. They're not going to try to encourage you to become Jewish. None of that. They're going to try to push you away, and if you're really, really serious, you're going to keep coming back. And that's how you know that you're dedicated. And once you're in, you're in. You can't check out of Judaism. You can't renounce your Jewishness. You can't, according to Jewish law, you're always going to be Jewish. Once you're Jewish, you're always going to be Jewish. Your kids are always going to be Jewish. Their kids, unless they marry out, and it goes by the mother. So if you're a guy, if you are with a non-Jewish woman, your kids are not going to be Jewish unless they convert. And it's going to be really tough. It's going to be a very stringent, intense process to convert. It's not like other religions where they're standing on the street corners and trying to get everybody in. It's not like that, okay? So that's I guess, whew, sorry, there's bugs everywhere and I'm getting bitten, and I keep forgetting to wear bug spray, and we're about to go on a walk, so I'm about to have like way more bites, bug bites. Wish me luck. So yeah, that's, I guess, the introduction to like having a partner that isn't Jewish. If you have any questions, let me know. There's definitely a dynamic that I've seen when I was religious, where people that will convert to Judaism because of their partners, usually the partner that was raised Orthodox is not really going to care so much, and the partner that is like from the outside, that either converted to Judaism or grew up secular and just joined an Orthodox community, those people, like the people that are on their way in, tend to be way more like hardcore dedicated to the religion than the people that were raised Orthodox. People that were raised Orthodox, they're like, oh, like, I don't care, I grew up with this isn't interesting to me. They don't really appreciate a lot of parts of the religion, even though maybe I should appreciate some parts of it, but I just grew up with it, so I'm used to it and I don't care. But the person who's new to it, the partner, the person that's attracted to me because I'm partially because of my Jewish background, or is attracted to the religion, the faith, whatever they're attracted to, they're going to be trying to prove themselves a lot more. So they're going to be doing things a lot more precisely. They're going to be doing things a lot more correctly. They're going to be trying to impress your parents more because it's new to them. The same way that I might try and like do things correctly if I were going to their household and try to impress their family more than they don't care, right? Because they're used to it. So anyway, that's like the main dynamic that I would say is at play when you are Orthodox Jewish, were raised Orthodox Jewish, and you're dating a non-Jew. So for me, like, there's a few things that are going to be interesting in the coming years, like when I start to have kids, what that's going to be like. So that's going to be future videos for you guys. When I start to have family gatherings, family meals, non-Jewish, Jewish Orthodox, what that's going to look like. Is that even going to happen? I don't know. So that's stuff that we're going to see. And I know people do it, but you know, it's more common to see interfaith mixed families between secular Jews and non-Jews, or even like conservative reform, or even kind of modern Orthodox Jews and non-Jews. But it's not very common to see interfaith families that are Orthodox Jewish or ultra-Orthodox Jewish or Hasidic and non-Jew. Usually if you end up marrying or dating someone that's not Jewish, you're going to become detached from your Orthodox Jewish family. So for me, I feel lucky that, you know, although it is a requirement for my family for me to date someone that's Jewish, I feel lucky that, like, deep down, I know that my family is never going to disown me. They just say, like, oh, you have to date someone who's Jewish. They're never going to disown me, because my family they're not as, for me, I believe that my family is more attached to me than they are attached to the religion. So if they had to choose between the religion and me, at least my parents, I think they're going to choose me. But don't tell them I said that. It's a secret. So anyway, I will see you guys later, and I'm going to go on my walk. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And also, if you have any questions, like any topics that you think I should cover, anything else that you think is interesting, please let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely interested to hear your thoughts. Okay, see you guys later. Bye. How stunning is this?